Yeah.
Oh, if there's anything else that I can get, then just let me know.
Somebody tell me, on the form there, you finished the commitment form? Who wants to tell us something that you're committed to?
I'm committed to keep, finishing school.
Committed to finishing school, good. Yes, ma'am?
I always say everything. Okay, I'm committed to myself, because I say myself because I want to better my life. I want to be better than I was yesterday and the day before. So
Very good.
That's
Yeah.
good. I should have used that.
Who else? Who else is committed? Committed to finishing your schooling?
Me.
You're all committed to finishing your schooling, I think.
I know we live.
I'm not dropping out.
I'm going to go on while Priscilla is finishing. If you have your Design Pemberly document open, save it with your last name and design. Be sure to save it to your flash drive. If you don't have a flash drive, save it someplace on your hard drive where you know you can get to it. Every time, once we get through each slide, every time I finish the slide, I want you to be sure to save the document after we do the work that's on that slide. How do you save a document? What's the shortcut key?
Control S.
All right, Priscilla probably just got another one. Yeah, Control S saves the document. I don't even know if that's on there. But okay. And the shortcut key for correcting all your grammar and spelling errors. Okay, thank you, Priscilla. I'm going to go through these real quick, and you'll kind of get a general idea of how you did, and I'll post the grades after I grade them all. Control-Alt-W was D. What Control-Alt-W? It opens the Word. If it's on the Word properties, it'll open up the Word program. Windows-M was G. It minimizes all your programs to the desktop. Alt-Tab cycles through the programs. F1 is the shortcut key for help. F1 is a shortcut key for help. Alt, when you hit the Alt by itself, it shows the key tips up on your ribbon. Control F4 closes the workspace document window. I know a lot of folks were in the other class as well get those confused between Alt F4 and Control F4. Control F4 will close the workspace document. Alt F4 will close the program or the application. Remember, A is at the beginning of application. Alt space bar. Who can tell me what that does? Alt space bar gives you the little sizing window. Windows F is the find command. When you hit the Windows F. Windows E opens up what?
Your to view files.
Your view the files, your Explorer, your file manager. That's Windows E. Control B. Bold. Control U. Control I.
Italian, whatever.
Italian sizes. It Italian sizes. Control C. Copies. Control V. Paste. Not Control P, right? Alt print screen.
It prints the screen that you're working on.
You probably made 100 on this thing. You're doing it. Control N. Control N. Opened up a new document. Control F6 cycles through document windows inside your program. If you have more than one Word document open, you can hit Control F6 and it'll switch back and forth between the Word documents that are open. Control Home goes to the top. Shift End, as an end, E-N-D. Alright, that highlights. So you probably should have a general idea of how you did on that, if you kind of remember what you put there. I have a feeling most of you did real well. Okay, everybody have your Pemberly document open? Hit hit the F7 key. When you hit the F7 key, this is a fairly long document, but one of the things that you do when you open up a new document or a long document, maybe one that you did not create, you want to be sure that you check the spelling, you check the grammar before you format anything. You're gonna edit some of this stuff. So when you hit the F7 key, what happens? What do you get first? All right. Pemberly, of course, is the name of the company, and it is not spelled wrong, so just hit ignore all. And then what will it do next?
It brings you to the next one.
Okay, what's wrong with that first line?
It's a fragment.
It's a fragment, but how can you fix it?
Because it says you definitely not alone.
But
You definitely, you are, all right. Close your little F7 and type in R where it makes that sentence look right. Then hit F7 and see if it fixed it.
You can also write it in the box. It
You
disappears.
could probably write it in the box. Did it change it? You are definitely not wrong. Okay? In writing, especially when you're writing at college levels, you want to learn to be brief. That's very hard to do for some of us blabbermouths. But learning to be concise, when you get into even farther up in education, every unnecessary word is something to be considered. When you're writing a document for a manuscript, when you're writing a real good letter, real good writing requires that you be concise and brief. So in writing, you want to get rid of unnecessary words. You delete multiple words by using the control. If you will click on the word definitely and hold down the control key and click on the word especially, that should select them each of the words.
Hold on.
Do it, let me.
Okay, you will click, you'll hold down the control key, you'll click on the word definitely to where it becomes highlighted, and you might have to do it several times. If you're getting the whole sentence, there you go. And then hold down the control key and click on the word especially. And as long as you just have those two words highlighted, hit your delete key. Make sure only those two words are highlighted. You can delete multiple words by clicking on the words as you go through them.
It only deleted the especially. It didn't delete definitely.
All right, it must not have been highlighted.
And it was highlighted.
Then you got a squirrely computer because it's supposed to delete both. Save your document. Hit Control S to save your document. Make sure that you haven't lost anything else.
Control F.
Now, every time I go through one of these slides, I'm going to tell you to hit Control S to save. I usually try to save a document fairly regularly. Okay? Moving text. The way you move text, let's go down to the list here where it begins with large items, such as sofas. If you'll scroll down in your text, you'll see what will eventually become a bullet list, but you'll see the words that will say large items, such as sofas, beds, and dining tables. Remember, if you click on the margin to the right, your little mouse should turn in pointing toward that, and you click one time and it selects the line. If you click twice, it selects the paragraph. Let's click on this one line here. Have that selected. If you'll move your mouse a little bit toward the right-hand side, your mouse should turn the other direction. How did that turn upside down? I'll have to find it out. It should turn looking that way, and you'll drag it down. You'll see a little gray line, a little gray bar by the mouse. You'll drag that text down and drop it in front of that where it says which, I believe it is. There you go. Right, while. Drop it in front where it says while.
I don't think I'm following.
Okay.
Where's the left large
Okay.
item?
Make sure your mouse turns this way. We'll move that out to the microphone.
Yeah.
Now move your mouse that way a little bit. Now hold down the left mouse button and drag down into in front of while. Very good.
I can do it before this.
Okay. Very good. So you can move text around by dragging and dropping. If you're down at if you're Control N and you're down at the bottom of the document, find that word "are" in the last sentence. Tell me what's wrong with that sentence.
One of our other.
It's supposed to be our.
It's supposed to be "our." So take out the "our" and replace it with the "our," and then hit Control S and be sure you save. Now, this helps highlight one thing. If you use a spelling and grammar check, and sometimes some words, because they're not spelled wrong, it's not going to show up in your spelling check. So you still have to learn to proofread a document. When you're doing proofreading, for example, if you put an S on the end of a word that doesn't need an S, it may be a correct word, so the spell check is not going to check it as being wrong. So you still always need to proofread your documents. Change the R, A-R-E, to our. Okay. All right, hit Control Home and go back to the top. You also have a find, not only do you have the find, which is Control F, but you have a function that's called find and replace. The Control H is the shortcut key for find and replace. Or obviously, if you are a mouse user and you do want to use the mouse when you're not in this class, then you can click on replace.
I have a question. How come mine's still underlined? There it is. You did that. Remember, I moved over and you did
Think
that.
about places you've been recently, because the grammar's still bad.
But theirs is fine.
I don't know what you did wrong.
What you did wrong.
Let's see.
Because you put these little thingies in there, right?
Okay, cancel that. Turn off the there's probably, okay, there needs to be a space here between you and me. There you go.
Now can you turn this thing off?
Yeah, now you can turn it off.
Yeah, it's still wrong.
I don't know, I'll check it later. We'll worry about that one later. You just got a squirrely computer. I think it's a carbon-based error. You know what carbon-based error?
Yes.
Oh, in the head. All right. Control H. Let's find and replace. Type in the, some of you have already done this, haven't you? Type in PFI and then type in Pemberley Furniture and Interiors and replace all. And then save your document. One of the reasons why I'm saying save your document so many times is because in my other class they weren't saving it, then they couldn't upload it, and then they had trouble trying to find it, and it's worth 50 points. Oh, okay. Pemberley Furniture and Interiors. Oh, and I forgot about this. Find Natalie Lance's name and replace it with your name. You could probably just type in Natalie. Well, now you'll have to type in Natalie Lancey, and replace it with your name.
Okay, do what now?
You'll find and replace Natalie Lancey's name and replace it with your name. So in your find, you're going to type in Natalie Lance, and then you're going to replace it with your name. That way, when I'm grading your document, I'll know that it was you that did that document that I had. It's got your name on it.